Hello and welcome to another episode of Slice and Dice Ecom. I'm Josh, the founder of ClickSlice, and we're joined by
Mara, social media executive at ClickSlice.
It's actually her first time on the podcast.
Yes,
Welcome.
it is. Thank you.
All
I'm
right.
happy to be here. A little nervous, but I'm happy to be here.
Don't be nervous, nothing to worry about. So Mara actually handles all the social media content for ClickSlice across all of our platforms. And she also handles all the social media content for 6 or 7, maybe even 8 of our client campaigns, actually.
Yep.
Awesome. So you've got a lot of knowledge to share. So in this episode, what we want to do is discuss the pros and cons of organic content versus paid social content, because there's a lot of talk in the industry about what's best, and it kind of depends on the brand. So let's start with the basics, right? What is the primary difference between organic and paid social in terms of social media?
Right. So let's start with social media ads. With social media ads, you can target those ads to an audience immediately, and your content is going to reach that audience immediately. But of course, you need to know who your clients are. So you need to know their age, their interests, and their location. Whereas with organic content, reach depends on algorithms, which makes it way more unpredictable. Algorithms are always changing, so you have to test in order to know what works and what doesn't. Paid ads will work as long as you pay and as long as you use them. So that's a short-term approach if you want to reach a specific audience very shortly. But with organic content, it will obviously take a longer time to build that audience, but your clients will probably trust you more and engage with your content long term if you gain their trust. So that's
organic, right?
Yeah, that's one of the advantages. So engagement grows slowly, but it can snowball over time. So I think these are like the main differences between the two, the organic content and the paid content.
I think a lot of brands probably get a bit impatient, right? Like, I want to just pay for that traffic instantly. I don't want to wait 6 months to like build an audience. And it's like, it compounds quicker than you think as well.
But you have to take into account that you are talking to people and you want to build their trust and develop a long-term relationship with those clients. So you also have to keep that in mind. But yes, ads are great if you want to present a product as soon as possible and you want to reach a targeted audience as quickly as you can. Yeah, they're definitely going to help you do that. But as I said, once you stop spending money, no one will see that content anymore. Yeah. So yeah, there's pros and cons to both of these.
So when should you say like a brand should consider using paid ads over organic content?
So as I said, if you want to generate sales quickly, if you want to present a product that, let's say, just came out to an audience as quickly as you can, of course, you can do that by using paid ads. I would recommend using organic content as well to support those paid ads, because paid ads are very good to draw followers and to get an audience, but you need to keep them engaged and you need to show them like that you care about interacting with them. 100%. So you can do that through organic content. So I would say paid ads are very good for promotions, new product launches, time-sensitive campaigns that you want to get in front of an audience as soon as possible. Whereas with organic content, as I said before, is better for long-term brand building and for fostering authentic engagement with people. It also creates a strong community, customer loyalty, and evergreen content that will bring you value throughout a long period of time.
Yeah, it's a lot more sustainable. I think it's really a bit more fair to say. I think what you said is really important as well, because a lot of brands out there, if you're one of them watching, sorry, but a lot of brands out there are guilty of just running ads and be like, yeah, the campaign's a success because our followers are going up.
Yeah.
And we're getting more likes. But it's like,
well, that's not enough.
What about your bottom line? Check yourselves on paid social or even organic social. It's like, it's pretty much the same as last year. So it's like, what are you truly looking in terms of a metric to determine how successful that campaign is?
Now that you said that, there are lots of brands out there who only put out ads and they say, that's enough. I've covered the social media part of things. It's not true. You need to have a constant online presence and you need to talk to people. You need to interact with them so they will interact with your content as well. So yeah, it's very important to, let's say, have a hybrid approach and use a little bit of both and be consistent with it. Because once you stop doing one or the other, you're going to see that the results are not the same anymore. So
And we can resonate with that ourselves at ClickSlice because obviously we do all the content, paid and organic. And you just notice how they're so intertwined that you wouldn't even realize it. Like, you can't just treat social media and like any realm of marketing as just a standalone thing. It's holistic. All of these components work together, and if you nail them on the head and get them perfect, that's when brands really start to scale. And the brands that actually understand this, I mean, if brands are looking to sell and exit agencies, or exit their brands, I should say, they're the ones who get the highest multiple because they've got all areas covered and they know what they're doing. So that makes sense, right? Paid ads is more immediate. It's kind of renting that space on these platforms. When you start paying, your visibility goes. Organic's more long term. So what would you say the key advantages are of paid social, bar part of those things that we already just discussed? Because there must be more to it than just that.
Yeah, I've briefly mentioned before testing. With paid ads, you have the luxury of testing as many things as you want and see how they perform in front of your targeted audience. So you have access to more insights than with organic content. So you get to see how people engaged, how much, let's say TikTok, for instance, how much of that video has been watched by your audience. So you know if you used the right hook for your video or your CTA was clear enough. And you get all that information with paid ads. Also, campaigns can be adjusted based on performance in real time. So once you have all those insights in there, you can know what to do moving forward and how to target your ads better. Also, a very important thing, paid ads allow for retargeting users who have interacted with your content before. So let's say someone has seen your video on TikTok, for instance, before, but they didn't purchase a product for you, but they might be interested. They interacted, they saved the video, or they liked the video. You can target those ads to reach that person that hasn't made a purchase, and maybe they will be reminded of your existence and they will be like, oh, I remember, I really liked this. Because we tend to save a lot of stuff on social media. At least I do. Like I have folders over folders of stuff that I want to purchase, but sometimes I forget about them. So it's good to be reminded through an ad, you know?
Yeah, and I think what I love about paid, even just outside of social, it was paid search, Google. Obviously it'd be SEO, right? Organic search. You just get that data immediately. And with organic, if you just do organic, it just takes so much longer. And if you're trying to grow your brand, it's not the best way to just focus on one avenue, right? And yeah, and I think it actually speaks volumes, because there's a client we spoke with a few years ago. It was actually about a year and a half ago. He was like, yeah, I'm doing my organic social. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, what are you publishing on your accounts? So basically, we log on online, we post something, and then we like that, and we log off again, and we do the same thing tomorrow. It's kind of just like a tick box exercise. You're not actually doing anything. And again, if you're not taking social seriously, don't expect to get serious results. It's just quite straightforward, right?
Yeah.
So enough about paid, right? What would you say the pros and advantages are of organic content? And it's not all bad, right?
No, it's definitely not all bad. Well, one main difference between the two, and I know this from my personal experience using social media over the years. Paid ads can sometimes feel a little intrusive. Like, you go on social media to unwind and to relax and to look at your friends and find funny content and I don't know, stuff like that. And sometimes, you just skip an ad because you're not interested and you don't want to be interested in it and you want nothing to do with that. So organic content is definitely less intrusive, and you can reach your audience by producing relatable content that speaks to that audience. So that's definitely an advantage of using organic content. Another thing, once your content goes viral or successful, it can bring long-term benefits to that account. I have an example for this one. I've worked on a TikTok that went viral, absolutely viral, like 7.5 million views.
7.5 million. Guys, you heard it here first. 7.5 million views.
Yeah, it has almost 1 million likes, which is great. Like, the ratio is great. The thing is, that video...
Hold on, I have to stop you here. Hold on, 7.5 million views, 1 million likes.
Yeah.
What is the video of?
It was actually a funny thing that happened. I had an idea of restarting a trend that died, let's say, a year. Yeah, it was like a year prior to me posting that video. So it was this once viral sound that, people stopped using. And I thought, hey, that's a funny thing that happened. Let's bring that sound back. And I did that. And the audience was really happy to see that trend come to
They
life
must have
again.
missed it, right?
And it reached 7.5
That's insane.
million people, and it has almost 1 million likes right now. But what I was gonna say is people are still interacting with that content, and I've posted that video like a year ago, and I keep getting likes over likes on that video. So there's definitely long-term advantages of going viral. Everybody wants to go viral, so there's a reason behind that, and this is the main reason. So yeah, organic content speaks to the audience in a way that paid ads doesn't.
Paid ads can't do that, right? They
Yes.
can't.
But again, paid ads are very important to support that organic content, and the organic content is important to support the ads. So you need both in order to have like a good social media strategy. But see what works best for you and adapt, and be willing to test as many things as possible. This is very important when it comes to social media. You have to test as many trends, sounds, CTAs, hooks, and see what resonates with your audience and what people are drawn to.
I think that's our favorite word, right? Test.
Yes, it is.
It's so important. And it's not straightforward to carry out these tests as well sometimes if you're a smaller brand, but you really should figure out or invest in a consultant, a freelance agency to do those tests for you, because if you don't know, you are literally just winging it. You have no idea what to produce, what's getting results. You just chuck the content out, right?
There's no harm in trying new things, and there's no harm
100%.
in testing new things. Best case scenario, that will perform very well and it will have lasting benefits for your brand. Worst case scenario, it won't reach your targeted audience, and that's that. You'll try something else.
So what?
Yeah.
Right. So what?
So it's very important to know what you're doing. People tend to be scared to try new things. Yeah. And
in all parts of life as well, right?
Yeah, true. And brands tend to be a little too serious when it comes to their social media presence and be like, no, I don't want to try that because that's like not for us. It's too funny. It's not professional enough. But you need to be relatable in front of your audience in order for them to like you. So yeah, it's important to test as many things as possible and see what works.
So paid social, organic social, both very important for brands. Yeah. So how can a brand combine both paid and organic social to get the most results for the ecom brand?
If you're just starting out, I would say try organic content first, see how it performs, but definitely rely on paid ads to reach the audience that you want to reach. Once your followers grow due to you using those paid ads, keep them entertained with constant, it's very important, consistent. Yes, organic content. And obviously engage with your audience. As I said before, another very important thing is retargeting audience, the audience that has interacted with your content before. So paid ads really come in handy when it comes to this because, as I said, we tend to forget everything we see on social media. There's so much information out there that
sometimes, right?
Yeah, we don't remember all of it. So you need to remind people of your existence, and people need to see you. So you can do that by using paid ads and targeting the people that have shown interest in your content before. So a hybrid approach, in my opinion, works best when it comes to ecom brands. But again, it's very important. Test as much as possible, and don't just put a video out there and forget about it. Look at the insights. Look at the engagement rate, how people are responding. And another very important thing, don't think that you're always right. The audience is always right.
That was me. I was telling Mara what is best, and she's like, Josh, no, that video did horrible.
You need to tailor your content based on your audience. That's very, very important, because you might think you know what works best for your brand, but you actually don't. You need to look at those insights and see how it's performing. So yes, take advantages of all the tools that are available nowadays and all the insights you can get from apps like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and so on.
Awesome. That was really useful. Lots of value in there. I told you you're not going to disappoint for a first time, right?
I'm a bit nervous, but
you didn't show it. You really get into like your little realm when it comes to social media.
Yeah,
that is.
I really enjoy talking about it.
Yeah,
and doing it, obviously.
That's why she's a ClickSlice, right? You get the best of the best. But no, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yep.
Be nice in the comments tomorrow, her first time.
Please.
any questions or any topics you'd like to see for upcoming episodes, again, put them in the comments below and we'll make sure we'll pick them up. And we'll get another episode coming to you very, very shortly. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.